Well, Forbes right now is going ahead and making their claim that this case is over. That is the case of Ripple versus the SEC. In this video, I'm going to tell you about what one of their contributors has to say and who she references in this case and what could happen to the SEC in their Howey test should they lose the case against Ripple, and it is big. Also, if you're not following along with what Elon Musk is doing over at Twitter, you might want to pay attention. It is absolute entertainment. Go to Twitter and sign up for an account if you do not already have one, and if you do, there's a link in the description. You can go and follow me there as well. Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about what some of the news is going on at Twitter regarding some of the management, what Elon Musk has planned for it, and of course, what could be happening with cryptocurrencies now that Elon Musk owns Twitter. And it's going to be a lot more informative than just look at Doge. In fact, there is a top coin that you might want to keep an eye on. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. Right now on this channel, we are covering the Ripple versus the SEC case, but I'm also covering cryptocurrency news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Late Night Grind community. Also, if you do a couple things, I'd appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up button and watch this video all the way to the end. If you do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. Let's jump into it. Yes, now that Elon Musk officially owns Twitter, there is a lot of things changing that you may or may not have noticed if you're not on Twitter. Number one, there's probably one of the more entertaining threads that I've ever seen on Twitter. You might want to check it out, and it involves Elon Musk, Hillary Clinton, and some of the most extreme conspiracy theories that have just recently happened. Just follow Elon's account and you'll figure out what it is. Okay, so what does he have in mind for Twitter? Well, he actually answered a question on Twitter to somebody that asked Elon right now, what is one of the biggest problems or the biggest issues that Twitter is facing? And he responded and he said, right now there seems to be about 10 managers for every one coder. Now that, along with some of the rumors that Elon Musk is getting ready for a round of sweeping layoffs, seems to be coming into fruition when you make comments like that on Twitter. It kind of backs up the rumors that some mass layoffs are actually going to start to happen. Not only that, there's some news recently that said there's going to be, there's speculation anyway, that there's going to be an introduction of a blue check mark that you can get for as little as $20 per month. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad, but my guess is it's probably to ward off some of the spam accounts so that spammers have to spend extra amounts of money if they were to obtain a blue check mark. Now, in my opinion, it's probably going to be something a little bit different than the standard check mark. It'll just say something like, this is a paid human verified blue check mark, which means there's an actual human being behind it, even though its original blue check mark was to tell the public that this person is who they say they were. Okay, so how does cryptocurrencies tie into Twitter? Because there's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors going around about what's going to happen, specifically revolving around Dogecoin. Is he going to involve Dogecoin in Twitter for things like payments? As of a couple of days ago, we know that Twitter is working on a wallet, a Twitter cryptocurrency wallet for deposits, for withdrawals, for various different things. And here's something that you might not know that you might want to pay attention to. Binance was one of the investors that is helping out Elon Musk in financing the Twitter deal. In fact, they invested over $500 million into the deal to do so. Now, here's the thing. This was backed up by yet another headline that I saw that said Binance is putting together a team in order to brainstorm how they can integrate crypto and blockchain and make it a better and more useful Twitter for crypto and blockchain. Well, it's definitely going to benefit Binance, that is for sure, if they're the ones putting this together. So obviously with Twitter right now, you can make crypto, you can actually tip different users in cryptocurrencies. You can use the Lengthening network on Twitter to do that. My guess is there's going to be a lot more cryptocurrency integration into Twitter now that Elon Musk has his hand on it. And of course, if you have $500 million coming from Binance, well, you can bet that there's going to be a lot more things coming that also benefit them. But don't count out Dogecoin just yet. And there's yet another altcoin that I'm going to mention that I just saw tonight could throw a little bit of a wrench into things. Cardano ADA, their founder Charles Hoskinson, was slated as saying that he wants to integrate or make Dogecoin essentially a side chain of Cardano and integrate Dogecoin transactions into Cardano. I don't know if that's his way of trying to integrate Cardano into Twitter, knowing what Elon Musk thinks about Dogecoin, but nonetheless, that's something else to keep an eye on. All right, so let's recap. What should you be keeping an eye on now? Well, ADA, Cardano, Dogecoin, and of course, BNB. That is the Binance token that, well, if Binance is heavily involved in crypto Twitter, Again, might be something to keep an eye on. All right, so now let's talk about what Forbes is saying about this case. Why on earth do they think that this case is over? Well, one of our favorite contributors over at Forbes, Roslyn Layton, who has been featured on this channel several other times before, who has at once called for the resignation of Gary Gensler, has said this case is over, and in fact the use of the Howey test could be in total and complete jeopardy in using it as a test for cryptocurrencies. And if you're interested in reading it, I will of course link it in the description below, a link to that article. And in that article, she also features quotes and comments from several other people you may have heard of, John Deaton, and how about Jeremy Hogan. Yes, that's right, in this article, Roslyn Layton pulls out all the stops and of course, continuing her claim that the SEC is making ridiculous claims of how XRP is a security. She also features how John Deaton is, of course, representing 75,000 XRP holders and has over 3,000 affidavits that's going to be sent into the courts as part of his amicus brief. But she also mentions Jeremy Hogan and his thoughts on what Judge Torres could be thinking when she actually gets to the summary judgment portion and doesn't rule in favor of Ripple, that she would essentially be forgetting her entire first year of law school. Yes, that made it into the article, but sadly the late night grind did not. So now we have multiple people at Forbes, multiple contributors at Forbes, and Forbes has absolutely no qualms about publishing this, specifically talking about this Ripple versus the SEC case, and it's going to get ramped up even more. Now, I don't know if they just see all of the potential eyeballs coming to this court case and having a bunch of their articles come to the top of Google when people search it, come to the top of Twitter when people search it, but nonetheless, they are putting their prediction out there that is hot and heavy. Not only are they predicting that Ripple wins the case, at least Roslyn Layton and a couple other contributors, but they're saying that if the SEC loses this case, they could be losing a nearly complete control over cryptocurrency regulation as a whole, and they may be losing the Howey test, which is of course what they're attempting to use to regulate cryptocurrencies to see if something is a security or not. Roslyn Layton once again putting the screws to the SEC and what they are attempting to do in this case. It is a must read, please go read it. So if you're new to this channel, I want you to go ahead and visit the community tab of this channel. I put up polls up there pretty much on a weekly basis. I love to know what you guys think. Check out some of my most recent polls. There's some really, really interesting ones. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, for smashing that thumbs up button, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.